Have you got an event coming up and you're wondering how on earth am I going to get ready for it?
Well, myself and Connor have taken on big events since we have retired, so we know a thing or two about how to get ready for the events and prep for them. So in this video, we're going to tell you everything you need to know.
Let's get into it.
First up, you need to pick your event. You want to pick an event that you're excited about, that you're motivated for, and that you've always wanted to do, and one that maybe even scares you a little bit. I've recently picked an event to do later in the month, and I'm nervous for it, but I know it's a good event. I'm really excited, and knowing that it's a really good event has kept me motivated and excited throughout my training, and that's made it a lot easier to train for. But you don't always have to pick out a big event to do. Local events are just as exciting, especially if you're new to mass participant events.
Now you've picked your event comes the fun bit. It's time to get training. Now I wouldn't sweat it if you have too little time to get ready for whatever you're preparing for. But what I would say is that 8 weeks is a pretty golden number in terms of making some quite big improvements to your fitness. But it's never too early or too late to start. The main thing is that you've started. A few of my top tips would be to try to replicate some of the rides, some of the terrain you're going to be riding over in your event, just to practice, get used to your bike, get used to how your body feels on that terrain. Also, many of us are pretty time crunched, so you're going to be trying to fit your rides in around a busy life. I wouldn't sweat it if you're getting in short sessions. Anything is better than nothing, and you can really achieve a lot by pushing yourself hard within those sessions, getting that really intense work done, maybe topping it up with a longer ride at some point in the week. If you're not sure where to start, or you're not sure what sort of sessions to take on, I would recommend trying out some of the sessions we got on the indoor training channel, GCN's own indoor training channel. It does have a whole load of different workouts to try, and you can take these on the road too. Whatever you're preparing for though, good luck, and don't sweat it if things don't go to plan, you don't feel yourself making those improvements to begin with. Have some patience, and believe me, you'll surprise yourself.
If it is a big event that you've signed up for and it's a long one and it's quite a long way off, then this gives you a good amount of time to get some training in. And what I find is really useful is to do some other events to build up to your big event. So you could do an event that's local to you, or you could even go on your longest ever club ride as preparation for the event. Next up, you want to practice your fueling and hydrating. We're going to guess that your event is probably longer than you'll normally ride, and your body has enough glycogen stores for you to ride for about 2 hours, and then you're running on empty and you're going to have to replace it. So keeping on top of hydration, nutrition is super important. You want to try and eat little and often, and you can do this when you're out on your training rides. Practice your nutrition strategy, what you're going to eat. What you don't want to do is get to your event and try this brand new gel that's got loads of caffeine. You take it and it doesn't agree with your tummy. It's not going to be a nice ending.
Unless you're doing a time trial, you're probably going to be riding with plenty of other riders at your event in a mass start style race or event, and that can be a bit daunting if you're not used to it. So I really would recommend practicing, because it is so valuable to learn how to ride with other riders. You can go faster, spending less energy by sitting in the wheels, and that means you feel better as you get towards the latter part of your event. So I'd recommend heading out with your local group or cycling club, listening to more experienced riders and getting used to be riding next to other people. It really is a valuable skill to learn. It will help all aspects of your cycling. There are those out there who love the latest tech. Smartwatches, power meters, using every single app to track their performance. And then there's those who like to head out on the bike, switch off, and use that ride as some sort of kind of mental rest. And I agree with both sides of the argument. I can be one or the other at times, but upgrading your tech can be a really good way of improving your performance on the bike and making your ride that bit easier. Personally, I think a power meter is the #1 upgrade that you can make to understand your riding a little bit better, get some data that you can then use to make the most of those rides out on the road and improve your performance. But if you're not performance minded, then maybe a subscription to something like Komoot, which allows you to look and explore different routes out on the roads near you or beyond to further improve your explorations on two wheels.
Make sure you've got all the equipment you need before your event. Now, this equipment might include a saddlebag with all your spares in, like an inner tube, pump, all the little bits and bobs that are going to help you get out of trouble if you happen to be. So these are also really useful to take on your training rides, not just in the event. But your event might have a neutral service or a feed station where they have a mechanic that can help you fix your problems. But it's always nice to be self-sufficient out on your bike. And if you do get in any bother, you can fix it yourself. Now, if you're not sure how to fix it, we 100% have a video on the GCN Tech channel on how to fix it, no matter what it is. So yeah, make sure you get all your bits and bobs ready in a nice and neat little saddlebag, and jobs are good.
You put all the hard work in, the preparation, the training, the focus. What you don't want to do now is lose it on the day of the event because you've forgotten to bring your cycling shoes. We've all been there. So what I would recommend is make a list. That way you can tick things off, you know for sure that it's packed and it is in the car or the vehicle, whatever you're using to get to your event, even if it's on your bike maybe. And if you're wondering what sort of list to make, I've made one for myself, which I've listed right here. Shorts, jersey, long sleeve, leg warmers, gilet, gloves, socks, sports bra. No, sorry, wait, that's Manon's list. That's not my list. Cycling shoes, helmet, glasses, inner tube, pump, multi-tool, gels, bars, water, phone, money, ID. Basically, the idea is make a list, you can tick it off, and then you know exactly what you've brought. And you won't be worrying if you haven't brought something.
Don't forget your sports bra, Connor.
I won't forget my sports bra. So there you go, a few tips which we hope will really help you get ready for whatever you're taking on your bike.
But we want to hear from you. What event have you chosen to take on? Let us know what it is down in that comment section below. And you'll soon find out what big events myself and Connor are doing.
Yeah, excited to share that one and excited to get into it myself because that is what it's all about as well. Have fun, enjoy it, whatever you are taking on in the future. And as always, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Thanks for watching and
we'll see you in the next one.